Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to a tutorial, a, a befitting and enticing tutorial for today. We remain Hope Alive Creativity. Like I told you, we are out to do something creative, and today we'll be working on a lovely backpack. It's a different design from the regular designs we've been seeing and making. So I believe by the end of this tutorial, we'll be able to understand and do our own too. I've not been asking us for our own projects. Soon I'll be asking us to submit something. One thing we'll learn from what we've been doing. Maybe when we've reached a target. Today I'll be working with two materials. This other material is a hard material. It's really hard. And instead of using Mako or uh, foam or there is this other foam, this cork foam for it, or even carry board. I'll be using this material since it's hard and breaking in a way. If you are using just it breaks. So I'll be using it in that regard. So the measurement we'll be working with today is these two measurements. The front is 22.5 inches by 13 inches. I'm using this for the front and this one for the back. While the back is 23.5 inches by 12 inches. So you see it's about 1 inch longer. The front is about 1 inch longer and the 1 inch shorter by the side. So one thing we are going to do on this front is this. Well, from here, from this place, I'll come in by 0.5. From this end, I'll come in by 0.5. I'll come in by 0.5 inch. I'm using a pen to create the mark because of the material is white. So I'll come in by 0.5. On this other side also, I'll come in by 0.5. Then come down. I'll come down by 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. Then 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. You see it here. So you can either put a mark, you can draw a straight line from here now to where the other 2.5 inches is. I've done the marks. You see the marks. So what I will do is I will come in this way. I've already come down by 2.5. Then I'll come in like this also by 2.5. This way also by 2.5. Then I will make my curve. I will make my curve. You see I've done the marking from the zero point 0.5 inch. I curved it to that 2.5. So what we'll do, we'll cut this out. I've cut it out right now, and this is the shape for the zipper. Then I'll pick my back side. The back side is 23 inches, 23.5 by 12 inches. So I'll come on the top. The same mark I made on the same thing I made on the front side, that's the same curve we'll give here. So I'll measure, I'll come in this way. I'll come in this way by 2.5 inches. I'll come in this way by 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. and I'll come down this way also by 2.5 inches. The same thing on this other side. I'll come in by 2.5 inches, then I'll come down by 2.5 inches. Then I'll make my curve. I have curved this out. You see the curve on the front. This is the curve on the front, and this is the curve at the back. You see the curve at the back is this way, while the curve at the front, at the back, is the curve at the front is this way. You see the way it went, and the curve at the front is this way. That is to say, by the time we finish adding our zipper, we'll be having something like this. This is how the zipper will look. You see how it is. You see the back coming in, then the front. Now we have the side, and this curve will determine your measurement for your zipper, from your front zipper. The curve here, you measure the curve round. That will determine your measurement for the front zipper. Then the side is determined by the highest measurement. You see the back is the highest measurement. We have 23.5, while the side is 6 inches. So 23.5 now, 23 times 2, because we have two sides for the back side. 23.5 and 23.5. We are having about 27 and 47 inches. 47 inches for the body, while the side 6 inches by the left and 6 inches by the right will give us 12. So minus this 12 from this 47, minus this 12 inches from 47, we are getting 35. While I am doing this arithmetic is because it's so that if you want the side to be smaller than that 6 inches, you will know what to do. And if you want it to be higher than that 6 inches, you will know what to do. If it was a 5 that I used for the side, that's to say I will be removing 10 inches. And if it is 7 I use, that's to say I will be removing 14 inches. But using 6 I'm removing 12 inches, because 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 inches from 47 inches. We are left with 35. Now 35 divided by 2. You divide this by 2. We are getting about 17.5 inches. 17.5 inches. And that's why our side measurement is 17.5 inches. This is 17.5 inches. So at the top side of this our base, of this our side, at the top of our side, at the top of the side, what we'll do, we'll come in this way by 2 inches. We'll come in this way by 2 inches. This is 2 inches. Then we'll come down this other side. This left side will come down by 4.5 inches. This is 4.5 inches. So you will make a curve. We'll make a curve to this. We'll make a curve. Then at this side, we'll make a 0.5 inch, 0.5 inch curve. Just a small curve. You see it this way. While at the downside, you'll make 1 by 1 inch, 1 by 1 inch curve at the bottom. 1 by 1 inch curve. I'll trace this all out and cut it out. This is the shape of the side. This is the shape of the side. We will have two of this. Then you get the front pocket, the pocket that will be on the front. That pocket at the front, I measured 10 inches by 8 inches. 10 by 8 inches. So I'll just make a curve all around, 1 inch curve all around it. 1 inch curve all around, and curve it out. One inch curve all around, and this pocket is for the side. The pocket is for the side. I will be making a 8.5 by 4.5 inch, 4.5 inches for the side pocket. I used 1 inch to make the curve. So we'll be needing two of this. Though all these pockets is based on choice and what you want. But for the project of today, these are what will be needed. And this material, I cut each of it also to use it to pad the material so that it will add strength, thickness to the material. And I reduced it by 1 inch from on both sides so that it will just sit on the body, not at the extreme end of the material. With this material, using this material, you don't need a lining. If we are using Mako, you'll be needing lining to cover it. But because I'm doing this, it's more like you are doing a double face material. You don't need a lining for this. You see, I cut them all out, the front and the back. So those are all we'll be needing. Every other little design is what you can improvise. Like this one, I just want to put it at the side pocket as fancy. It's what you can improvise. Note, the side is 2 pieces you'll be needing for the side. Then what we are using here is more like 3 bodies: the front, the back, then the sides. That is all we'll be using. Every other thing is just fancies. Like the pocket is fancies. Then the measurement, I measured it all round where the zipper will be sitting. That is what we have here. That is what we have here. And this is the pad for the side pocket. That is all we'll be needing. We'll do so many things off camera, but I'll still try to explain it in a way you will be able to understand me. Don't get tired, keep watching. This is the backs of the material, from the back side to the cover, based on the pattern of the backpack we are working on. I have fixed the handle. You can put the handle in different dimension. You can choose to do this pattern I made. You can see I just made it about 2 inches longer than the width of this measurement. Then I measured from the tip 6 inches to where and I placed the mark from the top 6 inches, from the top 6 inches, and I placed this in the middle. And so this will determine the measurement of our zipper. Like I said before, I told you that the front will be determining it. No, the front is not to determine your zipper. The back side is to determine your zipper. So what I did was, from this midpoint, which is my handle side, because the cover used to be flipped a bit to the back. You must have seen a lunch box. I have a lunch box of this pattern. So it has to be flipped to the back. What I did is, from this place the handle landed, I took about 2.5 inches and I measured it round. I measured it round again to 2.5 inches after the handle. You can decide to make it 3 inches, you can decide to make it 3.5 inches, depending how wide you want it to be opening to the back. So when I measured round, I got 28 inches, and this is the zipper I'm using. I'm using a size 7. Why I normally like using this size for either a size 7 or a 10 is because it lasts. What they do now, everybody know what is happening in the market, in the production field. Once you may be even putting a zip and it will just open, and once it open like that, it has spoiled, no remedy. So with this one now, I measure 28. What I will do, I have folded this one into 2 and notched the midpoint. So I will fold this one also into 2. If I fold it into 2, I will notch the both midpoint. When I notch the both midpoint, I will place it midpoint to midpoint. I will sew it down, sew it down. So with this midpoint that I've gotten, that's the same thing that you apply on the front. On the front side also, you will get the midpoint. Then from this midpoint, you will sew. By the time you sew on the front, you see you'll be having an excess remaining. You will sew this way also, you'll be having an excess on the front part. Please don't cut it off. You see I've added my pocket to the front. Please don't cut it off. This is the pocket. You see, this is the pattern I used for the pocket. This is the pattern. This is 2 pockets. This is 2 pockets already. You see now. You see. So please don't cut off those excess. The excess at the end of this project will flip to the side, and that will make us to enhance our opening. Once you open it, will flip to the back. This is the end product of our bag. It's really a big size. You see it? It's really a big size. You see what I did? Like I told you, I measured based on how we measured our zipper. But for the next one, in case you want to do yours, I will advise you measure it to come down a bit this way. I think if it gets to this place, it's not a bad idea. So, but the outcome of this one is okay by me. It's okay by me. You can see the opening. You can see the opening. This is the opening. I already have some things inside. This is how it looks inside. So from what I did, you see the pocket, like I told you, you see it. You see that design I told you of. This is where I've placed it, and this is the pocket. You see the pocket. You see it. That is how it is on the other side also. I have it there. That's 2 pockets, and I have this one at the front, and I have this one also. So it's a bag filled with pockets. You see it. So what I did was, after all I have done for this side, I told you the measurement is 17.5. But don't always forget, like I told you, before you join your sides, always measure it round to confirm if it really fits. After all said and done, after the joinings and all that, I measured round the main body, which has become one body now. It gave me 43 inches. So I now measured round this my 17.5 side, and I was getting about 44 something. So I minused 1 from the down. I was left with 16. Don't forget, I told you it's always better is over than you have shortage. It was supposed to be 17 based on the calculations we made with our pen and paper. But after the joining, as you are joining, it is reducing by either 0.25, by 0.5. After the joining, our own was reduced by 1 inch, and that's why we removed the 1 inch from this side. And immediately I removed it from this side, I made my cuff again at the bottom, 1 by 1. Then notch the midpoint of this side, notch the midpoint of the work itself, fixed it, I joined it midpoint to midpoint and sewed it round. Sewed it round. After sewing it round, you see I did the same thing here. Meanwhile, this handle I measure 6 inches. I mentioned that before. I measured 6 inches to put this. But my pocket, you see that my pocket came down. I would have loved it come up this way. It's just that there is nothing I will do for this. This is already a design for this one. So for next one, or maybe when you want to do your, make sure you just come down from the top by either 2 inches or 2.5 inches and you fix your pocket. You see how lovely it is. You see, this is the back side. This is it. This is it. This is it. You see how lovely. This is how lovely it is. With this handle, you can carry it. If you don't want to carry it in this handle, you can carry it by this one. This is for to enable you to hang it. Then the back side, that will be your shoulder strap. So this is all about this bag. You see how lovely it is. Thank you for watching us. Bye.